Welcome to the An English Coffee Office. Today is Sunday, March 8, and like every morning, David and Alex are at the coffee machine.
Is it just me? Or is this machine actually getting slower?
It is definitely taking its sweet time today.
I think it knows I have a 9 a.m. meeting.
It smells fear, David.
It smells my desperation for caffeine.
Patience is a virtue, especially before the first cup.
Virtue doesn't close deals, Alex.
Fair point.
Energy does.
Speaking of energy, did you catch that article in the Washington Post yesterday?
You mean the one about the solid-state batteries?
Exactly. Toyota and Panasonic finally hitting mass production.
I read that. It is absolutely wild.
It changes everything for the logistics industry.
They are claiming a 1,000-mile range on a single charge.
And a 10-minute charge time.
That is faster than I can eat a sandwich at a rest stop.
It effectively eliminates range anxiety for consumers.
Forget consumers. Think about my fleet costs.
I knew you would go straight to the budget.
If I can drive to 3 different states without plugging in, that is huge.
It disrupts the entire lithium-ion supply chain too.
The article said they are rolling out the first models in Q4 of 2026.
That is aggressive.
It is necessary.
The current EV infrastructure is barely keeping up as it is.
But if you only need to charge once every 1,000 miles, you need less infrastructure.
That is a valid argument.
It is going to kill the gas engine for good this time.
I think the resale value of combustion cars is going to plummet.
I need to sell my truck before December then.
You probably should have sold it last year.
Don't remind me.
It is interesting how technology just leaps forward suddenly.
It feels sudden, but they have been working on this for 10 years.
True, but the commercial viability was always the hurdle.
Now the hurdle is price.
The article mentioned they would be price competitive with luxury gas cars initially.
That works for corporate leases.
Exactly what I was thinking for our next project budget.
Put me down for one.
We will see if sales hit their targets first.
Ouch harsh.
Just realistic.
Speaking of realistic, did you see the Wall Street Journal piece on the hydrogen deal?
The one between the EU and the MENA region?
Yeah, published on March 4.
That is a massive geopolitical shift.
500 billion euros.
That is a lot of zeros.
It is the biggest energy infrastructure deal of the decade.
It makes sense though.
Why is that?
Europe needs to cut the cord on old fossil fuel dependencies.
And North Africa has the solar capacity to produce the green hydrogen.
It is a perfect symbiosis.
I look at it and I just see the construction contracts.
I see the stability it might bring to the energy grid.
The article said it aims to cover 40% of Europe's needs by 2035.
That is an incredibly ambitious timeline.
Salespeople love ambitious timelines.
Project managers dread them.
It involves thousands of kilometers of new pipelines.
And retrofitting existing gas infrastructure.
It is going to create a lot of jobs.
And probably a lot of regulatory headaches.
You are always the optimist.
I am the realist, remember?
It is good for business, though.
It is good for the planet, which is arguably more important.
Sure, that too.
But it is interesting to see the economy finally aligning with ecology.
Money talks, Alex.
And hydrogen burns clean.
Touché.
It is going to be a chaotic few years implementing it, though.
Chaos is where the opportunity is.
Spoken like a true sales rep.
I just want to know how we can get a slice of that 500 billion.
We need to finish our current projects first.
Boring.
Essential.
You know what else is essential?
A vacation?
Exactly.
Please don't tell me you are going to Paris.
Why? Because of the New York Times article.
Yes, the one from March 3 about the metaverse.
I thought it was a joke at first.
It is very serious.
Capping physical tourists and pushing VR tours?
It is the only way to preserve the heritage sites.
But going to Paris to put on a headset feels wrong.
The article said the resolution is indistinguishable from reality.
But you can't smell the croissants in VR.
Actually, they have haptic suits with olfactory sensors now.
That is just creepy.
It is sustainable tourism.
It is stay-at-home tourism.
Think about the carbon footprint you save.
Think about the romance you lose.
You can't have romance in a crowd of 5,000 people pushing you.
I guess the crowds were getting bad.
The article mentioned a 300% increase in visitor satisfaction for the VR users.
Probably because they didn't have to wait in line.
And they could explore restricted areas.
Like the king's private chambers.
Exactly. Places you can't physically walk without damaging the floor.
I suppose there is a market for it.
It is the future of preservation.
It sounds like a video game to me.
It is an immersive educational experience.
You make it sound like homework.
I would rather do that than stand in the rain for 4 hours.
I would rather stand in the rain and eat a real crepe.
You are a traditionalist.
I am a man of simple pleasures.
Well, the physical tickets are now auctioned to the highest bidder.
So only the rich get to see the real Eiffel Tower?
That is the controversy the article highlighted.
It creates a two-tier society.
One for the physical world, one for the digital.
That is dystopian.
It is efficient.
You and your efficiency.
It solves the overcrowding problem instantly.
And kills the vibe of the city.
The locals might disagree.
True, they probably love having their sidewalks back.
It is a trade-off.
Everything is a trade-off these days.
That is the nature of progress.
Well, my progress is currently stalled by this machine.
It is almost done.
Finally,
Do you have a lot on your plate today?
just that big presentation for the logistics client.
The one interested in the new batteries?
I am definitely adding a slide about that We Ape Ho article now.
Good strategy.
It shows we are on the cutting edge.
Just make sure you get the specs right.
I will quote the 1,000-mile range.
And the charging time.
Clients love efficiency,
See, you do value efficiency.
only when it sells.
You are hopeless.
I am effective,
Here's your coffee.
saved by the bean.
Don't burn your tongue.
I will try not to.
Good luck with the presentation.
Thanks. Good luck with the budget analysis.
I will need more than luck.
You need a second cup.
I will be back in 20 minutes.
See you then.
Time to get to work. Don't forget to subscribe and practice your English every day. You'll see how it just keeps getting better and better. See you tomorrow. Hope you have a fantastic day.